Welcome back to another exciting episode on the show. You guys know I only bring the best of guests to our show. I take out my time to go out there to sort out for the best guests to bring on the show. And once again, today we have a very special guest who is an author as well. Our guest today is Sandra Coker. Sandra, welcome to Hidden Secrets in Books.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, Sandra, I would like you to introduce yourself to my lovely audience.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Sandra Coker. I'm the CEO of a company called Human Power Solutions, and we act as a chief learning officer for organizations. We help companies figure out what their professional development plans are for their employees, and then we help to develop those plans, and then we have the experts to execute on those plans. So our goal is to make companies better by helping their employees grow personally and professionally.
Okay, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. So may I also add that our guest for today has a lot of years of experience working alongside CEOs and HR leaders, banks, manufacturers, non-profits, and professional service firms. She has developed strategies that transform workplaces through leadership development, collaboration, and employee growth. And she's also the international best-selling author of People Profit and host of the People Profit podcast, where she shares actionable insights on creating people-first organizations that thrive. Let's welcome Sandra Coker to Hidden Secrets in Books. Sandra, you're welcome once again to the show.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so tell us what inspired you to found Human Power Solutions, and what problem were you determined to solve for organizations?
I looked to find, I founded Human Power Solutions because there was a lot of companies out there that were doing training, and they were just kind of doing check the box training, and employees weren't learning too much. They were having a good time and they were connecting, but when they left that event, none of their learnings really stuck. They went back to their old habits. So we founded Human Power Solutions to help organizations do more long-term planning when it comes to professional development. And that way we actually transform and help people change their habits. And so that's why we formed the company.
Okay, thank you so much, Sandra. So your book is called People Profit. What does that title mean, and why do people always come before profit?
So the title is what it says. We like to talk with our companies and our leaders about really investing in your frontline employees and taking care of them and helping make their jobs easier, listening to them as far as, what works and what doesn't work inside of the organization and with clients. So our feeling is you invest in that frontline employee so they can execute on the bigger plan of the company. I think a lot of times we have executives who make decisions and they don't really understand what the job is. And, we really work the other way around. And that's what People Profit is all about. It's about really helping our customers understand that the front line is the ones who actually know what's going on in the company. And they're the ones that are, establishing your reputation and, making people come back or not. So if you can make their jobs easier and make the interaction with clients better, then your company is going to be more profitable.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. So what are the biggest mistakes that leaders make when they try to build a positive workplace culture?
I think most companies make the mistake of not asking the question, what could we do better? I think if you as a company go to your employees and say, we know we're not perfect, and what are your ideas and how can we make things better? That'll create a place of psychological safety for employees. That'll help generate new ideas and new innovative ideas for the leadership. And just gets everybody to buy in, and your workplace culture just grows from there. It's pretty cool.
Okay, thank you, Sandra. So we developed the level 5 learning model. What is it and how does it change the way organizations approach employee development?
Yeah, that's a great question. The level 5 learning model is really about transformation and transforming learning and development into an actual culture in your company. Level 1, maybe is online learning, where someone does it on their own and they check a box and they've done the quote unquote training. Level 2, you might have a little bit of maybe quizzing in that online learning, and you might have to create you might have to complete a quiz and things like that to move forward. Level 3 is you may have someone to kind of have a little bit of coaching and talking with you about that content. Level 4, you have a facilitator who is basically doing some training, helping out, making sure that you are, grasping the concept. And level 5 is where you really have someone that is embedded in your company, understands what the needs are is able to execute on learning plans so that the company can drive individuals forward and do better, basically. So level 5 is all about transformation.
Okay, so how then can companies create high-performing teams without creating burnout?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
How can companies create high-performing teams without creating burnout?
You broke up again. I'm so sorry. I'm having a very hard time hearing you. So sorry.
How can companies create high-performing teams without creating burnout?
Yeah, so high-performing teams without creating burnout. Again, I think it's just in having those conversations with those teams and making sure that everyone in the organization is able to talk to each other. So the biggest thing is breaking down silos and not having people own one thing. It is about understanding how the entire process works, how what I do today affects somebody tomorrow or 2 days from now. So the high performing teams is basically a unit of people that know what the process is, understand what each person's role is, and they can then communicate if there's something going wrong. The burnout happens is when you just have no idea what's going on after something's left your desk or it comes to you and you don't know how it got there. We really want to make sure that people understand the whole process, that they have skin in the game in the whole process, and have that open communication with psychological safety in order to grow.
Okay, so many leaders struggle with difficult conversations. It's very difficult to have those conversations with your employees. So how can they build trust while still holding people accountable?
I think with the trust factor and that conflict is providing this space for people to talk to you, not being someone that is that people are afraid to come to, or that they don't feel like they can trust because maybe you go somewhere else. I think having that open line of communication, and for most leaders, you have to create the space where you've recognized when people are doing things well. If you're a leader who just approaches someone or talks to someone, things aren't going well, then that's where the issues happen. So a really good leader who can navigate conflicts is a really good leader who has recognized the things that somebody's doing, something that people are doing well. I think that's the whole key is not just going after the bad, but recognizing the good. And that allows for a lot of trust, a lot of psychological safety, and open communication.
All right. So what practical steps can organizations take to reduce workplace drama and build stronger collaboration?
I think there's daily huddles. Those are the things that really you get people together on a daily basis, 10 or 15 minutes. Everyone kind of says what they're working on, what's going well, what's not going well. I think that right there can really reduce workplace drama, because everyone with them will have a little bit of sympathy and empathy for what their colleagues are doing. I think a lot of times when we don't communicate, when we keep everyone separated and in their silos and not communicating, that's where a lot of the issues come in for employees. So the first thing that someone can do, it costs zero money, is grab a Teams meeting, grab a Zoom meeting, get everybody together for 10, 15 minutes every single day, whether it's in the morning, middle of the day, whatever that is, and just get everyone to see each other, get everyone to hear what's happening, what's going on, and just provide some visibility on what the rest of the team is doing.
Okay. So, what is the connection between employee development, engagement, and long-term business success?
If companies that have a culture of learning and development, and they're constantly giving and providing employees opportunities to learn and grow, whether it's in technology or it's the essential skills, communication, whatever it is, AI, companies that do that are the companies that will retain really good talent, and that talent won't leave. People are really looking to have some investment. They really want to grow and they want to learn. And most people want to be upskilled so they can, move up in the ladder or move up in their skills and things like that. So that's really, I think, all the companies that I know that are successful are very employee focused as far as helping employees learn and grow on a continual basis, and not just when issues are happening.
All right. So, looking ahead, how do you see leadership and workplace cultures evolving over the next decades?
In the future, I see workplace. I see a lot of change. I see there's a hyper velocity world right now where things are changing at the speed of light, and so I think we need to have leaders and cultures that understand and embrace that change, and that are able to, help to mitigate some of the upheaval that this new technology and change is happening. So I see companies that are going to thrive are the ones that are continually investing in their employees, have open communication, that are connecting frequently with their employees, and are intentionally trying to create an environment of psychological safety for their employees. That's what I see is for success in the future. Those that are staying in that command and control environment where it's top down and people are being directive and authoritative, those companies are not going to survive, in my opinion.
Okay, so let's talk about your book. What was the original idea you had for the book, and what do you hope readers will take away when they finish People Profit?
I hope that people, first of all, I loved writing the book because I was able, the book is full of stories, and stories from my experience and from my company's experience. And I think it's really an interesting book because it helps people to really understand that the people that are interacting with clients and customers, those are the people that the clients and customers know. They don't know the CEO. They don't know, who's in the executive team. They know the person that they're interacting with. And I think that if more leaders would really get that concept and not treat the front line or the quote unquote lower level employees as commodities, I think that's the biggest thing I want people to get out of this book is, stop taking care of your upper level managers and your executives and all of that. Start taking care of the people that are actually working with your clients And you'll see a huge difference in the climate of your company, the reputation of your company, and the referrals.
Okay, thank you so much, Sandra. If every leader listening today right now would implement just one lesson from this conversation or one lesson from People Profit, what would you want it to be?
It would be that I would like them to start talking to their front level employees, ask them just one simple question: what can we do to make your job easier and smoother? And let the employee answer without talking or giving your opinion. Just close your mouth and listen to what they have to say.
Okay, thank you so much, Sandra. Thank you for sharing your insights and practical wisdom on building stronger leaders, healthier workplace cultures, and organizations where both people and business can thrive. So for those that would like to learn more about your work and those who want to buy your book, People Profit or Human Power Solutions, how can they do that?
They could reach me through LinkedIn. My LinkedIn profile is Sandra Coker. It's just my first and last name. They can also reach me at scoker, Coker, at hpowersolutions.com. I'd be happy to chat with anybody.
Okay, thank you so much, Sandra. I also want to thank my audience. Thank you all so much. Make sure to check out Sandra's work, check out her book, People's Profit, and also make sure to connect with her if you are a leader, an aspiring leader, or an aspiring CEO or business owner, or maybe an employee who loves his employer and wants to see the organizations do better. Thank you, Sandra, for coming to my show.
Thank you so much, Dominic. I appreciate you having me on. Take care.